Damn. Damn, I can share my whole screen and everything. It says I'm live. Make sure this joint is working. Okay, I believe this bitch is working. See how I sound. Okay, I believe this bitch is working. See how I sound. Okay, I believe this bitch is working. See how I sound. We got a big echo. Okay, get that shit up out of here. Okay, my streaming mic is this microphone. I'm going a little fucking ahead of schedule here. Try to get everything, just make sure everything's fucking set up how I want it to be. Maybe we'll turn this up a little bit. Make sure it's not too loud though. The levels looking pretty good. Let's check everything else. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, everything looks good. Okay, everything appears to be working. Let's see if my fucking shit will work for comments. Okay, the mic sounds pretty good too. That shit's popping up. Okay, chat's working. Everything is going smooth. Bet. I'm just going to sit in here and wait till 12. Let people roll in if anybody's going to show up. If not, I'll just chop it up by my lonely and upload this shit as a video afterwards. So I can share my screen, though, we could do some fucking browsing. No, I don't want to show off none of the shit that I'm working on right now. Some of it's kind of a secret, so not everything can be shown right now. Let's go ahead and make an IG post. Yeah, we'll go ahead and make us an IG post and fucking let everybody know we live. Fuck, I gotta copy the link. Google Workspace, bitch. I know to God I did not click on that. Stop playing. Copy link. Put the link in the fucking shit. Now I'll put that link on that fucking shit. I'll put the link on that fucking shit. I'll put the link on that fucking shit. Bow, bow, bow. I'm just gonna post it on my story because I already posted the other joint on my thing, my real thing. This camera looks a little bit grainy, but I think it'll serve its purpose. I believe that'll do just fine. Let's see if I can upgrade fucking graphic settings at all. No, it doesn't give me a choice to. Yeah, I can't upgrade the quality of the shit at all. Pretty nice though. Fucking first live stream on YouTube. All my other content has been on fucking IG. You know what I'm saying? First live stream on YouTube, so we're gonna really start getting into the YouTube game a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? With the music, with everything else. Finna get new everything, bro. New everything to fucking do some music videos and shit, you know. This phone I got right now just ain't gonna cut it. That shit lags too much. Oh my god. Lags way too much. Oh my god. Okay. I'm twiz whacking. I know I need these hoses at some point. Oh, I can show y'all this because I live in a fucking legal state now. Yes, sir. Oh, God. I can't find the fucking camera. Yes, sir. If you know, you know. Be careful there, little guy. All right, we got about 9 more minutes until 12 o'clock hits. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna chill here, smoke me a cigarette. Then I'm gonna get into these notes. Got some topics. I'm gonna have quite a few videos coming out over the next little bit. This is a fucking piece of paper that I take to work with me every day, and well, when I do go to work, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just scratching one by one off the list. So far, I think it's nice. So yeah, let's go ahead and introduce the topic and everything. Obviously, as you can tell by the title, this video is about the self-identity crisis going on in America right now. And that is something I've been thinking about for a little while. I'm going to break it down to its fullest extent here and really remind everyone what's important when it comes to things like this. You know what I mean? Because a matter of self-identity is very important. I reckon I could fucking pull my ID up on this shit and everything. See if we can fumble around with these controls. That's all it tells me. Okay, that was a waste of time. Send feedback. Okay, yeah, I don't need any of that shit. I don't need anything else from over here either. nice though. We got something that's capable of fucking doing this shit decently well, it appears anyways. I don't appear to be lagging. When I checked my phone, it doesn't appear to be freezing up or anything so far, so that's good. Okay, fuck it. We're close enough. We're 10 minutes in, and we're also at 8:54. So I'm going to go ahead and start this. See if I can fucking pull this thing down like this. That way I can see myself and still make sure everything is operating smoothly. I pull this motherfucker right here. That way I can still see chat and everything is bang fuck yo. All right. So now that we in this bitch, let's get to it. Today we're talking about the self-identity crisis in America. Specifically, transgenderism that falls into that category, right? And all of these other branches that they've created where people are now identifying as fucking dogs and cats and all these other crazy things, right? So let's start off with this. Transgenderism and the current rhetoric, which I was just explaining, being kicked to the population currently is a matter of self-identity. It's tailored with the aim to get people to claim to identify as something greater or worse than themselves, right? So with that being said, if it's a matter of self-identity, why do I have to agree to it, right? Why is it so imperative that my opinion matters that much? That I have to agree to these terms and conditions with you, and I have to validate what you are coming up with for yourself, right? See, if you're a real person, your self-identity is just that, self-identity. You don't need the validation of others to tell you what you are or who you are or anything like that. So why is this putting people in the space of needing validation outside themselves from others to validate the thing that they're trying to push? If they're claiming that, why can't they just claim that and it be okay, right? And that goes with anything. It's not just transgenderism. Like I said, it's any type of thing that's like this, where a person is claiming to be something that they're not at the end of the day, number one. And number two, something that degrades them, really, you know? But if you really feel that way, it's okay. Because only you know who you are at the end of the day. Who am I to tell you? That's the thing. Why do I gotta tell you? Okay. So now, clearly based upon the evidence, these ideals have no choice but to leave you in a state of lacking due to the choices presented to you along this path. The choices that you can make still leave you forced to align with something that falls under the shadow government system. It all follows under their umbrella. If you're not going about your self identity and individuality in the correct way, you will always stand to lose. So therefore, with that being said, if you are not validating yourself and telling yourself what you are and not giving a fuck what the external world has to say about it, you know what I mean? This wouldn't even be something that would be a talking point at that point. You know who you are. You have knowledge of self. Therefore, why does anyone else need to have a say so, right? And like I said, it's a space of lacking. This comes from desperation and seeking the approval of others. This is a long, deep-rooted, traumatic experience that people have been putting themselves through for a long ass time, based upon the way you were raised. You know what I mean? Pressures from society, and that's why nobody will really take the time to speak out about certain things, because the societal pressures. Everyone wants you to think a certain way. Everyone wants you to behave in a certain way. Like it's weird. So with that being said, since this is a matter of self-identity, if you look at the breadcrumb trail, this agenda is being pushed and is suited for those who are lacking on internal strength and knowledge of themselves. Reprobates who are needing validation from people outside themselves. These type of spirits flock to these circumstances and situations because they're now given the opportunity to force validation and impose their will upon others due to those same societal pressures that I was talking about. So a person is just going to go along with this or agree with it for the sake of getting through a conversation or some shit like that, or for the sake of fucking not being seen going against the grain of society in that type of way. You know what I'm saying? Or if it's a person with a platform for themselves, they're going to be afraid to say anything because of getting canceled and shit like that. Even people who really don't have shit going on for themselves, like, be afraid of getting canceled like that. Like, I personally know people who won't say certain shit because they're afraid of getting canceled. And like, that shit don't even exist at the end of the day. So what's the point? So this is what these people love about this shit. It also is like a ooh, sorry, y'all. I probably just broke somebody's ears like crazy. I'm sorry. But anyways, it's also like a power thing for these people. Like that's also why they love it so much, because they're able to fucking get that validation and get that impose their will on people like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we can deduce this from the mode of expression. You know what I'm saying? When they align with these virtues and principles, they're looking to be seen a certain way, and they're being backed and supported is what is being tried to be implemented as the new normal for society. You know what I'm saying? They trying to make it normal to agree with somebody on what they have to say, and it's weird. Why do we blindly have to agree with everything? Why can't we have an intelligent discussion about things? But aside from that, let's keep on going. Feelings don't matter in circumstances and situations that don't call for feelings to be taken into consideration, right? So this is one thing about it. Ain't nobody ever gave a fuck about how I felt. And if you think about it too, ain't nobody ever really gave a fuck about how you felt, unless it's like family members, people who really care about you on that level and actually want to see the best for you and shit. They gonna actually take your feelings into consideration. Anybody else, you know that they're not, and you know damn well they not. So you wasting your time getting into your feelings over some shit, that it's just a waste of your time. There's no point, because nobody else is going to give you that type of consideration. And yeah, you can take it as keeping a pure heart or whatever, and moving through that shit. But you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, is what it is. You got to put your feelings to the side sometimes, and you got to just keep going and do what is best for you. That's part of growth. It's not like hurting people along the way. You always peep how you come across. You always peep how you present yourself to people. You don't want to do people wrong. It's all here for us to grow and learn together. That's why conversations are so important. You know what I'm saying? Talking to people is so important. And stretching the chat. What's good, G, bro? I'm just talking about some shit. I wrote up some notes here that I'm going off of right now. But yeah, ain't nobody ever gave no fucks about how you felt. So why are you giving a fuck about how they felt? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I've been there. I've been there and done that shit of trying to be there for people to the fullest extent, but it don't work because people ain't like, you know what I mean? You be expecting a person to think and feel how you think and feel, and it's not like that. They don't give a fuck like that, and they just using you for the time being type shit. But all right, here's another thing. The internet has assisted with these false delusions and allowed them to spread due to the interconnectedness. So the internet has a broad reach. So whenever these people are talking, it's getting to the young and weak-minded people who are easily swept up under this current because they don't have knowledge of themselves. No one has ever taught them emotional intelligence and how to move in a room full of vultures, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to get swept up in this. They're going to lose their matter of self-identity, and they're going to be searching in some shit that never will serve them. You know what I'm saying? It all falls under the shadow government umbrella system. Okay, and like we always say, the spirit is neither gender, but at the end of the day, I'm about to honor the body that I'm currently in. Like, we gotta find, at some point, we gotta find balance between the vast infiniteness of our spirit and the current reality which we are experiencing. We have to find balance between that. We can't just be caught up in dreamland all the time. Like, practical application is such an important thing. Like, if you're not actually physically utilizing your vast infiniteness, understanding it, and putting it to use towards something and directing your energy how you want it to be, then we ain't talking about nothing really. Okay. And now let's get into this too. Notice how the shadow government always copy what we doing, then they invert it, remix versions of spirituality and individuality, right? So with these systems that they've created for people to find identity in, they're basically these people will flock to this shit and think they really being an individual. Like that's the gist of it at the end of the day. These people will flock to these systems of some shit that they claim and force other people to agree with it and go along with it. And at the end of the day, think they being unique and individual. And the shadow government created this shit for them to do it. Otherwise, why would anybody on the news be talking about it? Why would it be going through government? Why would it be, you know what I'm saying? Anything like that. Like, you really got to think about it. All right. And now, this is the thing. They've all got them separated into their own little groups, and they fucking bicker and argue and debate about this shit. Have people on podcasts and talk about this shit and fucking fight about it. And everybody want to pick a side, you know? So now they've got the divide and conquer aspect of the game. They've set it in place. Now, people who aren't even a part of these groups, just regular people in everyday life, are now going to start using logic to try to advocate these ideals. It's always the people that ain't got no ties to a situation at all that be giving you the most issues and be ready to die over some shit they don't even practice themselves, right? So the common people of the world is going to get a hold of these ideals, and just to pacify and fucking have something, I guess, they'll literally come to you and try to have an argument with you over the shit, and they don't even, you know what I'm saying? They don't even do the shit themselves. They ain't even into that themselves. You know what I'm saying? Facts. The religion is crazy right now, bro. The religion is crazy right now, bro. I got a dude that I ain't even about to speak on that actually, but just know I know exactly what you talking about, Stretch. But yeah, they've done divided and conquered these people, put them in their different groups, and now everybody's fighting. And the people who are on the outside of it, who are just common people, are even fighting for those ideals while they're standing on the outside looking in. You know what I'm saying? I've had people come to me and start arguments over this shit and tell me tell me wild shit, bro. But anyways, cancel culture does not exist for us. So we need more people that see things for what they really are up here speaking out about the mental games and the social tactics that they use to divide and control. Because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. They try to spread people off into these different groups and have them have some fucking, because they don't have to do it by physical means no more. So it's all a mental game. So they implant this shit deep in somebody's subconscious who don't have no control, and they be ready to fucking fight somebody over some words, over an idea, over a point of view that's not even theirs. And it's the most craziest shit ever, seriously. At the end of the day, you just got to get to know yourself. Don't be so quick to chalk something up just because you're seeing it a lot throughout the world. Don't be so ready to form an opinion upon something just because you see it on the news and just because you see a lot of people talking about it who have a platform, who up on YouTube and who have a fucking iced out rollie on their shit, bro. Like it's not that at all. You gotta understand a lot of these motherfuckers get told what to talk, what to say. And not only that, if it's not outwardly like that, they just so programmed to the point where it's a waste of time to even fucking watch or listen to this shit, bro. I'm telling y'all got to get a grip on your mind, and you can't be letting people fucking remix your shit. These talking points be weak as hell. Oh my god, these talking points be weak as hell, bro. So I gotta address it and fucking clear shit up. Because at the end of the day, anybody who know me gonna watch this shit, so you gonna know what not to say around me no more type shit. I love everybody though, and that's the thing, bro. It's all about your approach, man. You gotta watch how you come across to people, G. Like it's really not a game. But all right, I'm done for the night. I'm finna get some rest. I got some work to do tomorrow. Fucking getting back in the studio. Oh wait, wrong arm. My camera's like backwards. I can't tell which way I'm fucking moving. But y'all peep the new tap, bro. That shit is hard as fuck. I can't get it lined up to the camera properly. But yeah, that shit is balling, G. I'm fucking with it heavy. But anyways, y'all take it easy. I'll be back in this bitch. I got some shit tomorrow that I'm finna break down. Peace.